All right. Greetings. Welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected and all the viewers are smarter than the average bear. What's going on? How y'all feeling? Good to see you. All right. Rockfinners, what's up? Twitterers, what's up? Okay. Well, thanks for joining and welcome. And I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk about it a little later. I'm starting a job tomorrow. So oh, you're heading to the mid 90s by Friday. Okay. Gonna start working again tomorrow, and so I feel like I'm gonna have to change the time again, and I'm sorry to do this to you guys. I know you all rely on a kind of a schedule to know when the show is going to be. Good Lord. But I can't really tell you when the show's going to be. So I don't know, because I'm going to have to kind of figure out how I'm going to work it. Yes. Thank you, Shani. Yeah, no, it's not really great, but it's not really great, but also cool on some levels because you know, paying bills is cool. being able to pay your phone bill is really awesome. So Bella says Elon has banned iPhone at his plant since Apple is putting AI in iOS 18. Whoa, interesting. Really? That's interesting. Anyways, great to see you guys. Yes, I don't know. As far as tomorrow goes, I guess I'm going to try and just do the regular time at 4. I may try and I'm really doing my best to keep the time at one time, so I'm not like all over the place. I may go back to doing it in the mornings, which I don't know. I kind of prefer, anyways. Doing them in the afternoon is, doing anything in the afternoon is kind of a drag because I'm already losing. I wake up very early in the morning. We'll try and keep it at 4 for right now, but I'm just telling you now. So tomorrow I'll probably be here at 4. I don't know how I'm gonna work this or arrange this. I'm not really sure yet, but just expect a schedule change, and I don't know what it is yet. I'm just gonna have to wing it. All right. Did anybody listen to Ian Carroll? You know who Ian Carroll is? He's on Twitter. I've played plenty of Ian Carroll's videos before. You saw Poppy Davis? Wow. She showed up on a climate channel? Nice. Was she talking or was she just hanging out listening on a Michael Mann show? Okay. Oh, thanks, Bella. I appreciate it. I just like to keep it regular for you and for me. Because I don't know, it just makes it easier. Is anybody who say okay? So I was talking about distractions. What am I saying? All right, Rockfinners are slowly coming in. William is there. What's up, William? Thanks for always being first in the Rockfin chat. Mystery blocks removed at Google. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it. Say no more. Say no more. If you're listening on Twitter, please retweet or repost. Say hello. Get in the chats. Tell me I'm pretty or something like that. I don't know. All right. Jesus Christ Almighty. Also listen to me blaspheme the Lord's name. Yeah, I love when people tell me hello from Twitter. It's always great. Back to what I was saying. Ian Carroll is really cool. Oh, yes. Yes. Going south, yes. I keeps it pretty on the inside. Ian Carroll is a really great researcher on TikTok and Twitter. He does a lot of stuff that's more, I don't know what you'd call it, truth minded. But he talks about a lot of stuff. Anyways, Ian Carroll understands that climate change is a real thing, and that's why I really like his content. Because not only is he on the alternative journalist side of things, which is opposite of the mainstream news side of things, right? I tend to veer towards the alternative journalism side of things, not the mainstream news side of things. And so, but the problem is most of the alternative journalist side of the spectrum, they have something about climate change. They have an inability to understand the problem, or an inability to grasp, or an inability to just, not just take on certain narratives wholesale without actually thinking them through. But Ian Carroll, he can do this. And I appreciate his content for that. So, anyways, the reason why I'm saying all this is if you look up Ian Carroll on Twitter, this is related to climate change. Okay, so don't get all weird. If you look up Ian Carroll, he interviewed Nicole Shanahan, who is the vice presidential pick for RFK Jr. And Nicole Shanahan also believes that climate change is real. She has her answer around climate change and what will help fix the climate change is pretty deeply thought out. And I think everyone here would appreciate it. Hold on. Anyways, I urge you. Oh, climate change is fake news. I urge you to go to Ian Carroll's channel. You can just find him on Twitter. It's at Cancel This Clothing Company or something like that. Or just look up Ian Carroll. You'll find him. Listen to his interview with Nicole Shanahan. And they talk about all kinds of stuff. Blockchain, AI, and climate change seems to be the main subjects that they cover. And but her answer around climate change is really well thought out. And it's a beautiful thing to hear. She says, I've looked at all the, possible avenues of solutions to climate change. And she's like, the only one that makes any sense is regenerative agriculture. And I'm sure plenty of people on here would be like, no way. No, that's stupid. Shut up. Everybody must die. That's the only way we're going to fix climate change. Whatever. I don't, it's cool. Think what you want. I like to think about solutions to climate change. Doesn't make me weird, stupid, or crazy on any level, right? It's just, you pick your path, pick your poison, choose your weapon, whatever you want, right? Some people are like, we're all going over the falls and you can't stop it. And, woe be to anybody who thinks otherwise. Okay, great. If that's how you want to do it, cool. That's fine. You just go with that. I actually think that there's absolutely no way we're going to address the problem unless people think through the solutions, right? So if you say shut up to anybody who thinks that there could possibly be solutions, well, then you limit the ability for people to think through the solutions, or think through think through the idea that a lot of the solutions that are being proposed are not great solutions, right? The solutions that are being proposed by a lot of the wealthy elites and the WEF and all that kind of stuff, like those. So a lot of those solutions aren't really good, right? They're kind of fake solutions. Anyways, I don't want to ramble too long. I'm not going to play any of this interview right now. I urge you to just go watch it. Just go watch it. Maybe I'll play a segment of it tomorrow. Anyways, RFK Jr.'s vice presidential pick is a woman named Nicole Shanahan. She understands the problem of climate change fully, and she understands the solution, or one of the few avenues that we have to fixing climate change is drawdown via carbon sequestration by plants, by agriculture and plants. Big brain, right? Like, oh, duh, yeah, that's if there are any solutions, and there are few, and maybe there are none. But if there are solutions to actually make things better without making things worse, right? Solutions that are not fake fixes. That's one of them, right? And we've talked about this, ad nauseum, right? Anyways, so she has a lot of cool things to say around that, and that's why I want you to go check that out. I don't know. Do you want to listen to some of it now? I feel like I need to find a segment that's worthy.
To actually thinking about healthy fertility.
Before the camera started rolling.
Expected pregnancy, that IVF.
Nope.
And it's the only thing that is in the best interest of humans.
Okay, we got it because I'm too excited.
Here we go. All right, I'll play just this part. Could you guys hear that? I don't know if you could hear that or not. Could you hear when they were talking? No. Okay. That's because that's fine. I think it needs to be inside my StreamYard. Deline says, every time you silence somebody, you make yourself a prisoner of your own action because you deny yourself the right to hear something. Nice. Christopher Hitchens. Exactly. Which is, I don't know, there's not too many people that listen to my channel anymore that are like, shut up. We're all going to be dead next year. Whatever. Shut up. There used to be a lot of those people in my chats back in the day. I mean, I think I've lost a lot of the hardcore near-term human extinction people, or maybe not. I don't know, but I'm just saying. The people that were just like, shut up, don't talk about solutions, you're an idiot, be quiet. Most of those people are gone, probably because I pissed them off. And that, whatever, that's fine. And good luck to you, sir. Is all I have to say. But the funny, I was actually thinking about that 2 days ago, about how none of those people are really around anymore on my channel. But the funny thing is if they were around, they probably feel kind of stupid. Because I would be like, well, you told me 4 years ago that it was going to be all over in a year and that I should shut my trap and not talk about solutions, or not talk about, we're all going to be dead. That's it. It's all over. It's kind of like the Sam Carana issue. And like, yeah, I know, eventually, if you stand on a street corner with a sandwich board that says the end is nigh, if you stand there long enough, I mean, you might be right. And if you stand there until you die, well, then eventually you're right? The end is nigh. You can say, if you just keep saying it long enough, it's going to be true, right? On some level. So, anyways. But the funny thing is that the end is nonlinear. The funny thing is most of those people that were telling me it's all going to be over, you know, next year, 4 years ago. Well, we're still here. So, I mean, I know there's an eventuality, but I mean, do you feel stupid after a while? There's somebody on my Facebook group that is not group, but there's somebody on my Facebook timeline that is like every day is like, that's it, it's all over. Oh my god, I'm like, dude, didn't you get tired of doing that like 8 years ago? Anyways, whatever. We're all still here. We're all still here, and civilization is still, somewhat functioning until it isn't. But until it isn't functioning, or until the end is totally here, talk is free, speech is free, and so are thoughts. Thoughts are free until you don't have them anymore. And Delene, I'm going to put that on the screen because that is absolutely correct, right? It's a whatever. I won't say anything else.
In America today, you used this large language, or not large language, but
really passionate about it. And then I worked at a large patent licensing firm, and the belief was, how do we make it so that more people can cross-license?
Hold on.
Of human evolution was to look through the patent corp.
Hold on. Okay, I just need to find the place. I think it's
where we so desperately need that kind of executive leadership in our country that is able to take in these different perspectives, measure them, and then diagnose in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen him do this with so many different
this
issues.
Let's get to this.
I've seen him.
Yeah, just the people I've met so far today have been from every political persuasion and experience, and it's very cool.
It's really cool. And what I've never had this opportunity also to be in a room with so many different perspectives. I, come from California, a very traditionally progressive place. And I've always felt like I didn't have much in common with conservatives because of the way our political party here in California talks about Republicans. And so
by engaging
trying to find
more
the climate change part, y'all.
I've always spot that we're stuck in this moment, but I think the next 4 years are going to be years of change. They might feel a little bumpy at times, but I do think by 2028 we're going to be in a really good place in this country because of the momentum and what is being seeded right now.
I identify strongly with the being raised in a liberal state and having this opinion of conservatives that's sort of not founded from talking to them. And I'd be curious if you could just identify, like, what do you think is one piece of you or opinion of yours that has maybe shifted over the last year or two as you've sort of gone center, that you used to have a certain take on either conservative values or a certain one of your own opinions that has been sort of shifted by engaging more with the right?
Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I thought I had the part.
Because of the momentum, digest information is he's very much a consensus pregnancy care.
Pro-life is like how that gets right to molecules ever discovered by humans. UCIP, New Silicon Valley in discussions, because his CBDCs I think are pretty
affordable, and it's the only thing that is in the best interest of humans.
Okay, we got a detour because I'm too excited about that part. We'll come back to the rest.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize that you got so interested in regenerative agriculture.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Lost my place. There we go. Right around here.
I can't say that, you know, I'm participating in climate change, but even if you look at what I've done in the space, I determined, and this was like 7 years ago, that the only work I would do in climate change was regenerative agriculture because it was the only thing that made financial sense. It was the only thing that actually made ecological sense. And it's the only thing that is in the best interest of humans.
Okay, we got it. We got a detour because I'm too excited about that part of it. We'll come back to the rest of it too. Because I didn't realize that you got so interested in regenerative agriculture that long ago. I kind of had assumed it maybe had to do with your journey of trying to figure out what was going on with Echo or something else more recent. So it's like
before,
way back.
Yeah, it was well before Echo was born.
What got you into it in the first place? Or like, how'd you come across the concept at all?
So I had decided to do work in climate and to figure out the best possible solution for managing the carbon cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at every single drawdown project, and there was only one category that fit all of the that fit into my rubric of, you know, affordable, restores natural systems, restores aquifers, and good for humans with no externalities.
Yeah. So you just did the research and rightly came to the conclusion of like, this is the obvious solution.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And my foundation put together an entire paper with the science on how we can pay off the entirety of our carbon debt in the United States if we just transitioned a portion of our 900 million acres of agricultural land in the United States.
Yeah.
And I had this paper and all of the supporting documents, and I actually took it to Chuck Schumer. And I said, you know, will you please make this a reality? And at the time he was fundraising to secure the Senate majority. And I was like, okay, well, you know, if you get the Senate majority and I help you get the Senate majority, regenerative agriculture is going to be like our path for, you know, climate issues.
Yeah.
And he kind of said, of course, yeah, regenerative, great, okay. And you know, and I've made mistakes. I'll admit the carbon credit markets that I was initially very excited about, and I worked on the Growing Climate Solutions Act and had a chance to meet with Debbie Stabenow, a senator from Michigan, to talk about it. I thought that, you know, if we could create financial markets for farmers, for carbon drawdown, that would be the financial structure, the winning financial incentive structure. And then I realized that it just wasn't. Yeah. It's just not there.
Do you think because it's an inadequate system or because it's been corrupted and co-opted, or maybe a bit of both?
I think it's been corrupted and co-opted, but largely by these insetting and offsetting schemes that end up just cycling back into, you know, these corporations.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to play of it.
Just kind of.
You can see in that segment what her mindset is. You know, again, it's unfortunate that we're talking about doing something, you know, or you know, turning the tide so we can do something in 2024 when this should have happened, you know, 30 years ago. So, right, you know, this is all great. I love what she's saying. It needs to, you know, if anything's going to happen, it kind of needs to happen like, you know, today or tomorrow, but not 2028. So, like, you know, or whatever. It doesn't, you know, or 30 years ago. It needed to happen in 1985. I don't know. That's 40 years ago. Anyways, but it's a you know, it's, I just, at least somebody is close, you know, close to the actual, like, oh, there you go, right? It's not like, well, we're making strides in wind and solar, and we, you know, we need a lot more energy independence while we're, you know, creating new, buy new efficient stove, and you know what I mean. She's not saying that. She's saying regenerative agriculture. That's it. So I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Or not. I mean, meanwhile, you know, the you know, meanwhile, weird stuff is going down on this planet, you know, and it's getting weirder. So at some point, regenerative agriculture is going to be really difficult to do if you can't grow anything, right? Or if the seasons are so wacky. I mean, the seasons are already so wacky where I live, right? Like my big tree in my backyard that provides so much shade and is so confused right now that it's acting like it's fall. It's dropping a lot of its leaves. There's a lot of dead branches on the bottom of the tree. Am I concerned? Yeah. It's the weather is so wacky. My big fat tree that is right, you know, behind my bedroom window, my house is acting like it's fall. It's literally there are dead leaves all over the ground. There are leaves falling down like it's fall. And this is, you know, this is what is going to get worse, unfortunately. So I love the regenerative agriculture people. I love that they're invested in this. They're talking about it. They have, you know, the closest to a real answer. Well, when we also got a lot of rain 2 years in a row, Delene, which is another reason why I think my tree is confused, because we got a ton of rain, an absolute, I mean, you know, just over the top amount of rain, and it's not typical. So I think the tree is very confused. The tree is like, wait a minute, it's cold. It's like too much water. I'm confused. Now that the sun has come out and it's starting to warm up, my tree is a little less confused. My tree is starting to act like, oh, okay, all right, okay. It's June. I can, like, you know, push leaves out like it's June. Okay, yeah. Yeah, now that it's starting to warm up, my tree is a little more happy, a little less confused. But for a while there, it was looking real sad. Frost advisories, June 11th in Michigan. June 11th in Michigan, frost advisories. Temperatures are dipping to near freezing or mid-30s across northern Wisconsin, North Wisconsin, into the upper peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, holy shnikes. Right? That's some weather weirdness for you. That's not supposed to happen. I'm sure if they're growing, whoever's growing vegetables up there, they're like, God, shit. A frost. Right? They've been trying to grow some vegetables for, you know, they've got things in the ground for the last couple months, or the last month at least. And in a frost advisory, they're all like, damn it. This is not good for agriculture, which eventually is not good for people. Again, I love answers. I love thinking through solutions. The people with the answers and solutions, they better hurry the F up. Hurry the F up. Or whatever, or find the aliens with the secret undo climate change ray, or whatever it is. You know, hurry. Fresh Air says we need humidity and natural ozone generating farms. Max RJ says hardly any plums this year, but I'm getting some of my stone fruit. Not like last year. No stone fruit at all last year. Yeah. Things are weird. Things are definitely weird. This is Peter Dines. This has to be one of the largest sea surface temperature jumps in geological history. Definitely the largest increase that this civilization has ever witnessed. The AMOC may have already crossed its tipping point. Nobody knows for certain. Mitigation, if there is any, is urgent. Look at this. Did I cover the I did. Jeff Berardelli talking about the deviation from the mean as far as the temperatures, ocean temperatures. Did I talk about that? Did I? Yeah, this is yeah. Difference from the previous record. Which was 2015-16. Looks like around-ish. This is the gap. This is how far away we are, 2023 to 2024. Away we are from the previous record high for daily sea surface temperatures. And that is for an entire year. That is freaking wild. That's right, Fresh Air. That's right. Press the like button. For crying out loud. That is absolutely nuts. You know, hold on. Hold on, guys, because it's going to get weirder. It's going to get weirder. And if you're asking, you know, where do I go? Where do I move? I mean, there's lots of answers to that. And one of the better ones would probably be like, find a cave. You got an underground bunker. Don't know if that'll help you, but might be cooler there. I don't know. But that is wild. In France, I mean, you know, I know all the conservative nyuck-nyucks like to, and by nyuck-nyucks, I mean stooges. All the conservative stooges like to, you know, oh, the climate protesters are crazy in Europe, but the farmers are great. Like, okay. Climate protesters are blocking roads. They're insane. But the farmers blocking roads, they're super cool. Like, okay. I get it. Depending on which side of the aisle you're on, you are a screaming idiot. Or, you know, kind of in touch. I don't know. Which one is it? Can't seem to see the thing for the thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, in France, it's kind of cool. They're banning, in France, they're banning the protests against this toll road. They're building this road, the A69. And it got super violent this weekend. And this is actually from Let me do this one. Let me put this one. This is the day after. This is pre-protest. Sorry. Hold on. Day after a protest rally against the A69 motorway marked by clashes between police and demonstrators. Prefect of Tarn was the guest of, I don't know what that means. It's a translation, so it's a little weird. The mobilization of environmental activists against the A69 motorway between Castres and Toulouse. Saturday, June 8th, in Tarn was punctuated by incidents with a toll of 4 injured among police. The people are like, we don't want this road. We don't want this road. It's a toll road, by the way. You know, it's just not going to help like regular people. And we just don't want the road. What their reason for demonstrating against it is because they know what roads bring. They bring more destruction and devastation. They seem pretty aware of what we're doing to the planet. So that's cool. Um, there's they were lighting Molotov cocktails, and throwing them at the police. Um, they're really, really against this. Opponents denounce the uselessness of this new route, which will cost 17 euros for a round trip. That's a lot of money. What is that, like $25? I don't know. It is a toll highway, very expensive and socially unfair. It will penalize us by adding roundabouts and removing 2 diversions, forcing local traffic to go back through the villages. The environmental impact, because road transport is the main emitter of greenhouse gases in France, they're against that. More than 1,800 scientists called on the government to abandon the project. Legal actions are still ongoing. So they're, I don't know. You gotta give it to the French. They know how to show their display. They know to get out of the house and get up and really give it to the, give it to the people in charge. Man. Grand boule, plus grand boule than we have. Much bigger balls than we've got. We don't have none. We're just pathetic. We're just like, no, that's not true. There's people protesting all sorts of things, but the French just really, they're just like, no, we're shutting it all down. No, we're not coming out here to have a party. We are shutting this down. Let's see. Let's keep going. Come on, y'all. Come on. Major hurricane shown striking Texas. This is a forecast, not a right now happening. By the way, guys, do you know that Russia is sending warships to Cuba? I don't know. I might talk about this on another show. May not be this week or next, but the fact that our models are now showing major hurricanes making landfall means the time has come. Multiple tropical waves being followed as we speak. 4 tropical waves coming at Florida and or the Gulf. Georgia, this is from 3 hours ago. Georgia getting pounded with 3-inch hail right now. So they're getting rain right now. They're getting some rough weather right now. Not even a hurricane, but this has been happening all the last month or two. Let's see. This is video from Arkansas, and I don't know if this is older. Oh, older video. Sorry. I was trying to get through these last couple of things I wanted to show you, and we have another story to talk about. Hello, come on, let's go. Video out of Arkansas. This is not normal, but will become normal. Eventually, people will be forced to relocate. Well, sure. Come on. I don't know why. I think this is an older video. I think we saw this a few weeks ago. Come on. It is really not that warm in here. But good Lord. There's hail in Switzerland. Nukes are bad. That's right. Nukes are bad. Nukes are bad. Nukes are for pukes. How about that one? You can use that one if you want. It's all mine, but you can have it, okay? You're welcome. But nuclear is the only way out for civilization. You got it, Bella. That's it. Nukes are for pukes. In Chihuahua, Mexico, thousands of dead fish were found at Bustillos Lagoon due to a historic drought. Employees are burying the fish to prevent health issues. Dang. Yeah, the lagoon is looking low lagoon. Low lagoons. Man, I got a lot to cover today. Jeez, it's already 4:45. But this is the time. This is the place. This is the now. The now is when I tell you, if you like this show, if you support the show, if you want this show to keep on coming back every single day for free 99, for you to consume and for you to participate in, if you like doing all that, please consider supporting the show financially. You know where the links are at. They're in the description box. And, you know, all the the best ones are there. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App are preferable to me anyways. Coffees, Zelle, etc. But, you know, any old way that you want to do it to it. This is massive floods due to torrential rains in Spain. The rains in Spain fall mainly on this car brain. Sorry about the slowness, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and you know what? A lot of yous already support the shows the way that we told you should. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, don't let me have Vinny come give you a visit, okay? The FDA recalls 28 drinks due to safety concerns. These recalls were prompted by undisclosed drugs, bacteria, harmful chemicals, or toxins found in the drinks. Yikes. Examples include Martinelli's apple juice containing arsenic, Fiji water contaminated with bacteria manganese, Charles Bogini Company's drinks containing food dyes linked to cancer, Some beverages also contained undeclared ingredients such as sulfites in Charles Bogini Company's cola flavoring base. Pressure on the FDA to regulate food beverage companies has increased. Guys, could you do your job? Leading to stricter scrutiny of labeling and ingredients. Yeah. Maybe the FDA finally got around to, it to monitoring PFAs in the water and drinking water. Maybe they'll get around to this kind of stuff too. They have a cookie recall too. Yeah, I'm sure. Too many PFAs in the cookies? Yeah, you don't want a cookie full of PFAs. Nobody does. Just not delicious. What's up, Rockfin people? I'm sorry to ignore you. Ignore you. Brenda is here. What's up? What's up, Brenda? You always got a frost in June in New York State? Okay. So frost is not that weird. Zone 5 and 6. So north New York or West New York. You had tomatoes taken out by a frost in Virginia in June 2001. Okay, well then I guess it's not that weird. 2001. Still sucks. Here's how you can improve your health by stopping negativity and embracing optimism. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Do it. Do it today. Get you some optimism. I did. I mean, what else do you have? Really? You got to get out of bed somehow. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to negative yourself back to sleep every day. That would be bad. You do that long enough, and you'll be taking a long nap. Going South says people who smile more are also happy about the way things are. More happy about the way things are. Yeah, just put on a smile. Turn that frown upside down, sunshine. Come on. Do it for the children. Do it for the people. All right, let's keep going. Oh, did y'all see this? The landslide that took out this whole road in the Tetons. Yeah, Jazz Farm. I'm in the same predicament. I got way too many things I got to do. And it's like, there's just no way. There's absolutely no way. If I stacked them all up, made a list, it doesn't really matter how I arrange it. It's too much for one person to do in one day. So you got to make some choices, I guess. Let's see. Landslide destroys the Teton Pass Highway connecting eastern Idaho to Jackson, Wyoming. Just took it clean out. Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon shared video footage at milepost 12.8 from someone who nearly got swept away as the ground gave way. Look at this. Somebody was standing right there. Like, they could have been taking that video from the bottom of that ravine there. Did y'all see that? Or did my screen go blank? Y'all still there? Anyways. But yeah, just that, well, of course, somebody had to do the obligatory and I think necessary post about, I wish these protesters would stop blocking the road, these climate protesters would stop blocking the roads. I mean, I don't know that this is climate change. Who knows? Could be all kinds of things that might be leading to this. But let's just say the infrastructure is not ready for the future. And if Nicole Shanahan wanted to really pass the test, pass the know your climate change test, yeah, she'd probably privately acknowledge that, like, we don't need more infrastructure. We need to start taking out infrastructure. Ooh, I know. That's a third rail. Don't say that. Stop saying stuff like that. People need infrastructure. What are we going to do without the roads and the cars and the stores and stuff and the things that we buy every day? We get high on all of our consumption. Good golly, Miss Molly. I don't know. I just made that up. You liked it? Okay, great. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, I gotta talk about this because this is in the title. I mean, it's not. There's not a lot to cover here, but not a lot to cover here. Hold on. Ooh, I guess it is getting warm in here. I don't know what's going on. All right. Thanks for the Venmo, Shawnee. I appreciate you. Shawnee hit me with a Venmo. I surely appreciate it. Don't know if I've gotten any others. We'll see. We'll see. Golly. That's what I get. Doomer Girl News. Siberia's mammoth graveyard reveals 800-year human interactions with woolly bees. So I guess the upshot of this, I wasn't going to spend a ton of time on this, but basically they were saying that there wasn't that the mammoths were dying out before humans really came on the scene. Oh. Guys, can you still hear me? I would really like for StreamYard to stop messing with me. If you can't hear me, that's cool. Let me know, and I'll fix it. I can't actually see the chats. What is going on? Hello? Anybody? Anybody? And again. Let's see. Maybe Rockfin's got something for me. Oh, I feel a little frozen here. That's not good. Okay. I'm good? Okay, cool. Kamishwari Kate up in the Rockfins. How you doing? You don't need no damn optimisms. Brenda, you gave the crops a blankie. Very good. They're all tucked in. Nice. All right. So what I was saying here is that they were saying that the mammoth died out due to the climate changing and getting warmer. And originally they thought that there wasn't a lot of interactions with humans and the mammoth, but no, humans were all up in the mammoth world. And that for 800 years, we were hunting the mammoth. We were We were hunting the mammoth, we were eating the mammoth, we were skinning the mammoth, we were taking the mammoth's ivory. And after the mammoths were dead, there were actual mammoth graveyards. And they were like, how did all the mammoths die in this one place? Well, the humans killed them all and put them in the graveyard. That's basically what this said. And that for years, after the mammoth graveyards were rediscovered, well, people went in and took all the ivory that was there. Researchers suggested humans created these bone accumulations, meaning the graveyards, as a byproduct of the production of mammoth ivory technology. Hairs might have been, I don't know how hairs made it into here, may have been targeted for fur to produce winter clothing. So basically, yeah, as soon as we showed up, we started killing anything big that walked around, and that was what we did, and we did it pretty good. That's what we did. Did you see this? Just a few more things before I get out of here. There was a hail strike on an airplane. Oops. In case you're wondering about physics or about the intensification of climate change affecting your air travel, well, check this out. Austrian Airlines A320, sorry, I can't read. Severely damaged by a hailstorm while on approach to Vienna Airport in Austria. Despite the damage to the aircraft's nose and windscreen, the pilots landed safe. Imagine landing, that happening while you're landing an airplane, being hit by hail. But let me just remind you all of the physics of airplanes a little bit. How very special and delicate they are. So there's that. When you think an airplane is strong enough to cut through things stronger than it, think again, my friend. Okay. But what about tornadoes? I don't know. I don't know about tornadoes. What about them? What about tornadoes? That's what somebody said to me. That's what someone said to me once, and I thought, well, okay, sure. I'll give that a go in the brain. Nope. Didn't work. Didn't work at all. Russia's latest naval mission is a flex. This is according to Business Insider. Russia's latest naval mission is a flex because they're so embarrassed. No, I don't want it. God dang it, Business Insider, you're so annoying. I was already reading this before. Would you just let it go? Let it go. Let it go. Anyways, all I wanted was the headline. Really? It's a flex because they're doing so badly in the Baltic Sea. That's what they're saying. It's not because the U.S. okayed strikes inside of Russia. It's not because we're escalating things at all. And they feel the need to maybe escalate too. Or they feel the need to go like, well, how about if we send some armaments right next to your border? How would you feel about it? Maybe that's a flex, right? Oh, you guys have our whole border lined with missiles and weapons and planes and tanks and stuff, and we don't have any on your border. Oh, maybe we'll send some to your border and see how you feel about it. But this is not great. This is not a great development. It is not a good development. Hold on. Business Insider sucks. Let's see. But they're saying it's a flex because Russia is feeling so bad about itself. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's why. I don't know if that's the flex. I think that's called Google confuse. That's called fact checked them again. Oh, whoops. But certainly another Cuban Missile Crisis is sure to be great for this country, especially when there's no one like JFK around. There's no cool-headed diplomatic types around. There's just blundering, dundering, warmongering buffoons around. So surely this is going to end well, right? Yeah. It's going to be great. Let's see. Russian warships arrive in Havana next week, says Cuban officials. It's from a few days ago. Hold on. Can I find some freaking news on this? Russian warships head to Cuba for military exercise. I just thought that this headline was hilarious because they were saying it's because they're embarrassed. The Russians are feeling embarrassed. That's why they need to send some ships our way. I don't know if that's the reason. Anyways. It's concerning. And it's not a good development. And this is what happens when you continue to escalate. When you reject peace negotiations, when you reject a peace deal and you insist on escalating something that could send the world teetering into the abyss. That's, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I don't have anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. If I have somebody to thank. Anybody else? I think that's it. All right, guys. I think that I will see you tomorrow at the regular time of 4, but just, be on alert that maybe 4 won't happen tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what my schedule is. Yes, we'll say 4 tomorrow, 4, and I will think a little more about if we're going to move to another time or not. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. All right. Thanks for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience, and especially thank you for the conversation. Until next time, peace.